Hello, sports card fans, wrestling collectors. It's Tom from CollectAWrestlePalooza. I've been buying again. I've been buying some wrestling stuff, and I'm hoping that one of these envelopes contains one of the cards that I'm really excited to open that I bought recently. I actually mentioned it in a comment in a previous video, so if you know what I'm talking about, you know why I would be excited to open it. And then I also have this mystery bag here, which we're going to open last. So join me in the fun. This is the mailbag. Let's get to it.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.
The card I'm excited about actually cost quite a bit of money. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's not in this. It might be in this because this one is not the flat rate. This one is, and I think there's a maximum of $20 or $30 a card for the flat rate envelope to be an option. So we're going to open this one first and see what's inside. All right. Lucky scissors. We've got a top holder. Oh yeah, look at this card. I'm going to show you the back first because it's easier to see what this is when you look at the back. This is a BBM, I believe, baseball. Yeah, 1995 baseball magazine leather face card. Now notice I'm saying leather face because there is a space leather face on this name here. It is from Japan. It's IWA. Quiz. Which wrestler portrayed Leatherface in Japan? What was his gimmick in the WWF? If you know, leave a comment. If not, I'll tell you in a couple minutes. If you follow me on CollectAWrestlePalooza, you know that I love to collect movie-themed wrestling memorabilia. Why? It's a crossover. I think anything that's a crossover in pop culture, meaning that it could be appealing to movie fans, horror fans, and wrestling fans, I think that there's some extra value, but also some extra mystique in that type of collectible. Think Garbage Pail Kids with Major League Baseball stars. That's a crossover. Think The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. That's a crossover because he's in movies, he's in pop culture, but he's also a professional wrestler. Same with Kane as a mayor. Jesse the Body Ventura would be another crossover star. But in this case, the crossover is between genres, which would be horror and professional wrestling, and then also, as I stated, the movie tie-in. And look at this. If you've never watched Japanese hardcore wrestling, you probably shouldn't because it can get pretty gruesome, pretty grisly. Those wrestlers went really far in their matches to put on a good show, but in Japan it was just different. They were maybe desensitized to that, or they expected that, so it wasn't as much of a thing, and wrestlers did push the limits to put on a good show. And one of the coolest gimmicks or things that happened, it also happened in Memphis wrestling, is when horror movies became really popular in the 80s, the wrestlers took on a few of those characters. There was a Leatherface, there was a Jason the Terrible, and there was Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street, and there were probably others. I think there might have been a Michael Myers one as well from Halloween, but those were the prominent ones. And Leatherface would come in with a chainsaw, and I don't think there was a chain on it. There couldn't have been a chain on it, but boy did it look authentic. And the fella who was portraying Leatherface was doing the Leatherface dance from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and whipping that thing all around. There's even a match where he uses the chainsaw on the opponent, and it really got into the theatrics of the entire thing. And that's why I love this card. That's why I love buying these movie-themed cards. And this one appears to be in pretty good shape. The corners look good, the edges look fine, and the surface looks okay as well. And now that I'm looking at it, it's a really cool picture on the front, too. He's got his head like this, I just noticed, which is kind of hard to see, but it is a dark photograph. Okay, so which wrestler portrayed Leatherface? I forget his name, but he's the same guy that portrayed Corporal Kirshner in the WWF, the babyface fan favorite. Moving on to package 2. This one might contain the card I'm really excited to open. Let's see. All right, it's coming out, and it is That was packaged pretty loose in there, but that's okay. It came all in one piece, and this isn't about the condition. This is about the card. Look at this. I've been wanting one of these forever, and I finally got one. This is a Dudley Boyz authentic event-used Matchmakers table relic. It's a Fleer card. It's from 2002. It says on the back here, congratulations, you have just pulled an authentic event-used table. And it also specifies that it was used by the Dudley Boyz. That was really important to me that the language says that. I'll read it exactly. It says, the card you have just received contains pieces of authentic event-used tables used by the Dudley Boyz. So we don't know which match or event they're from, but we know that the Dudley Boyz power bombed someone through, or Dudley dropped, or whatever, someone through these tables. Unbelievable, right? I can't even believe I'm holding this card. I've wanted it forever. And they're generally $100 to $200 in raw condition. Sometimes you can get them for less if you find an auction, but I grabbed it because the price is going to vary quite a bit because the card is so rare. So the reason the price varies is because they don't come up for auction all that much. So if you get one that comes up for auction or buy it now, even if it's priced a little bit high, you never know when you're going to see another one, which is the case of this one for me. I paid $200 for it, plus freight if I remember correctly, which I think would be on the high side, but I don't care because I own a Dudley Boyz event-used table relic card from the Fleer series. And 2002 Fleers are also a pretty cool time in card collecting. It was one of the first name brand releases for wrestling cards. There, of course, in the 80s was the Tops and the classics, 85 Tops, 87 Tops, and then the classics in 90 and 91, and then there was a lull, and then the Fleer came in and did some of the Attitude Era cards and also these cards in the early 2000s. What do you think of the Dudley Boyz? In my opinion, they're rated about right. I was gonna say underrated, but some people are comparing them to the Road Warriors now, which I think is a little bit much just because the Road Warriors are in a league of their own, similar to comparing anyone to Hulk Hogan. It's just a different thing for tag teams. Road Warriors, I think, will always be on top as the founding fathers of tag team wrestling. The Dudley Boyz, probably a pretty close second, just because of what they did in so many federations and what they brought to the game. ECW, their ability to have heat with the crowd, their ability to talk on the mic, what they've done post-career with the WWE, real ambassadors of hardcore wrestling in that style and also of that sort of Attitude Era approach to the professional wrestling product. So Dudley Boyz, WWE Hall of Famers, first ballot, of course. But even more than that, they also were in TNA, they were in other federations, and primarily, if you've never watched their ECW matches, they're a lot of fun. So, Dudley Boyz, Matchmakers, 2002 Fleer, Raw. So in my last video, I wore a vintage t-shirt, and one of my viewers posted vintage t-shirt alert, vintage t-shirt alert, vintage t-shirt alert. That was the secret contest. If you watch my channel, you know that I advertised the secret contest in a few videos prior to that. So I'm still getting ready his package to send to him as the prize. We did have a really nice back and forth. If you're watching right now, thank you. Your package will be coming soon by the time this video posts. Hopefully you've already received it. But the reason we did a back and forth is I wanted to find out who his favorite wrestlers were so I could send him something from my collection that was a little more personalized. So I'm close, we're getting there. But the reason I say that is I believe this is another vintage t-shirt. I love buying vintage t-shirts, and I don't buy them to collect, I buy them to wear. I mean, yeah, they're collectibles. Don't get me wrong, I definitely would be open to reselling them and saving them if they become really valuable. But more than anything, I just love the idea of buying a shirt for 20 or 30 bucks. That is vintage. So, oh, cool. Look at this. Thank you, Tom. And he put the seller, did it on a coloring book page of, what toy is this? Do folks know? Is that the Mighty Voltron? I think that's Voltron. If I'm wrong, leave some, oh no. I think it's the Beastmaster or something like that, because I see the mighty ape on the back, but that does look like a Voltron lion. I don't know. Viewers, let me know, but what a really cool way to put a thank you note there. And this is from Tom. My name's Tom. Love it. And the t-shirt is a Hard Rock Cafe shirt, and this one is from Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Pretty cool shirt. Hopefully the extra large will fit me. Sometimes t-shirts from the 80s and 90s, extra large was a little bit smaller, but I did buy this with the intent of wearing it. So, all right, why not? A secret contest if you've made it this far in the video. Next time I am wearing this specific Hard Rock Cafe shirt in a video. Post, what are you gonna post? You're gonna post, been there, done dat, Hard Rock Cafe rules with a Z. So been there, comma, done dat, comma, Hard Rock Cafe rules, R-U-L-E-Z. You do that, I'll send you another prize, and hopefully we'll have some correspondence so I can personalize the prize to you as well. Try to have fun on the channel, try to have fun with these secret contests. So that does it. Pretty cool haul. I love the variety. A card that I want not for the value, but just because I want it. Another card that I want, but also because of the value, and a new vintage t-shirt, and also a new secret contest. Leave some comments, tell me what you're collecting, try to have fun, be good to yourself. Life is so stressful and can be so hard. I've been going through a lot of stress this week and trying to just get through it and say to myself that if I get through this stress, it'll actually make me a better person. And if I run away from it, then I'll have to deal with it again sometime in the future. I'm learning tools of how to get through life. And I think that's a lifelong process. In your 40s, you go through a lot of different things, trying to get ready for the next 20, 30, 40 years of your life, and wanted to make sure that you make the right decisions now so that those last years will also be comfortable and okay and not scary. So going through all that stuff, this is my respite, is collecting nostalgia from my childhood. Why do you collect? Who are you collecting? Leave some comments. As always, thank you for watching the channel. I really appreciate the support. Love getting comments, love getting new subscribers. We're almost to 1,000. 1,000 subscribers has been a goal of mine since I started the channel. I never thought that I would ever be even this close. So if you're a subscriber, thank you from the bottom of my heart. We'll keep going. We'll keep having fun. We'll keep having this weekly time together to relax and enjoy the hobby. Be good to yourself. Happy collecting.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.